managing, mutter, whatever. Yo, what is up, you guys? It's the Michael Myers. Welcome back to a brand new live stream, man. I know it's kind of late, 8 p.m. A little late, a couple minutes late, but it's all good. But yeah, man, today gonna be doing a quick live stream, man. A little late live stream, you could say. Um, Happy Saturday to all of you guys. Hope you guys are having a dope ass Saturday, man. I'm just chilling at the house. Um, you guys know me, man. I'm usually busy on the weekends. Every so often, I do go live on the weekends. Uh, I was actually gonna call this one, you know, Saturday Night Live. Like how I've done before. But I actually I have a few new DVD scores that I will be showing you guys. So yeah, that's the point of tonight's live stream. But yeah, man. I mean, we're gonna get straight into it. Before we get into the new DVD scores I've gotten, I would say the past week or so. This past week, I actually hit a few different DVD stores, not just DVD stores, but I actually also hit some Goodwills, man. Which I'll talk a little bit more about Goodwill. I know Goodwill's a great place, man. For physical media, especially DVDs, Blu-rays. Um, of course, man, since like used DVD stores are kind of rare nowadays, they're not really around too often. Goodwill's, man, and you know what? I've always heard Goodwill's a great spot, but I've always slept on it. I never bothered. Like me personally, I never go to Goodwill's, thrift stores unless it's like for a I'm trying to like buy like a piece for a cosplay. But I never like if it's never crossed my mind. Oh, let me go to the Goodwill, check out some DVDs. But I actually did, man. I actually did, and I actually got only two. I only got two from Goodwill, I think, or actually three from Goodwill. But yeah, but before I show you guys the new DVD scores, I'm gonna show you guys a few films that I watched from the this past week. So I did go live like on Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was. From then, there was a few movies I did watch. So I'm gonna be showing you guys those first. So yeah, so I got four films that I've watched this past week. Two of them I already owned, and two of them are part of the new DVD scores. So we're gonna get into it, you guys. So definitely let me know what you guys got going on today. Like I said, I know it's Saturday night. Um, like I said, I'm just chilling at the house. Hope you guys are having a dope Saturday, man. I know Saturday is more of a busy day for me, especially, but today have the rest of the night free, man. So we're gonna get straight into it. Give me a quick second. Let me give you guys some better lighting. I know, man. I know all the time the live streams and everything. They're always dark, and I definitely apologize. It could be kind of a turn off for you guys, especially like I said, I'm always live, but it's always like dark as hell. You guys can barely see me, but it's all to the good, man. We're gonna get straight into it. So yeah, so we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna start off with some of the films I watched this past week. Here's the first one. The first two I've already owned. Here's the first one that I watched during the week. Creepshow 2. It's been a while since I seen Creepshow 2. Um, Definitely had to revisit it. I was just in the mood for it. I'm always rewatching the original Creepshow. You guys already know. The original Creepshow is one of my favorite horror films of all time. Creepshow 2, man. I know this is a sequel that could have been better. Or I wouldn't even say could have been better. I think it's fine how it is. But it's definitely a sequel that has grown on me throughout the years. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of it. Of course, it's not as good as the original Creepshow. The first Creepshow, man, definitely That's what I consider like a true horror film. You know what I mean? So, and since I was introduced to Creepshow since a kid, it's always like I've always it's always been like stuck in my heart personally. So that's why it's always been one of my favorite horror movies. But when it comes to the sequel, man, I don't know. I think, like I said, it's not as strong as the first one. It's definitely not as good. But there's a lot of shit in here that really reminds you of that old school 80s, kind of vibe. And I think that's why, not just me, but with a lot of people, it's grown throughout the years and stuff like that. I know this was a sequel that wasn't really appreciated, wasn't really a fan favorite within the fans, within the community. But like I said, man, it's definitely grown on me. Like I said, I just like the, old school feel to it. Of course, this one also has, like the opening credits, like the comic book style. The point of the Creepshow movies, I think in the first one, they did a great job. Like I said, a lot of those damn scenes creeped me out as a kid. But in this one, man, they kind of try to duplicate it. Like I said, it wasn't as strong, but I think as its own thing, it works pretty good. Like to me, when I think of Creepshow 2, the main scene, ever since I watched it for the first time, man, the main story that always sticks out to me from this sequel is uh, when they're in the water, the lake. I forgot what's it called. I know each story has its particular name. I could name you the names, from the first one, of course, the crate classic, the the Father's Day and stuff like that. But definitely, I think it's the second story where they're in the water in the lake. Definitely the one. I think it's probably my favorite. Um, Little story. Of course, Creepshow is like this anthology. And yeah, man, Creepshow 2. If you haven't seen this in a while, if you're not a fan of this and you haven't seen it in a while, I recommend you giving it a second chance because you might like it. Like I said, it's grown on me. At first, I didn't really like it, but uh, throughout a few rewatches, I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. You know, so definitely Creepshow 2, pretty good sequel. So that's the first film I watched during the week. Here's the second film I watched. Pretty controversial film. A lot of people consider this the most controversial film of all time. I Spit on Your Grave. Now, this film right here, man. Actually, I watched it on Tubi. I didn't pop in the DVD. Usually, that's what I do. I go to the collection, take out a DVD or whatever. I pop it in the PlayStation or whatever. But first, I Spit on Your Grave, man. I watched it on Tubi. I've been on Tubi as of lately. I even downloaded it on the phone, on my phone. Instead of watching it on the big screen, I'm just watching movie. I'm just watching on my phone. I Spit on Your Grave was one of them. Definitely, in my opinion, this is probably my favorite. Um, you could say, rape, revenge movies. I know Last House on the Left, Wes Craven's Last House on the Left was the one that started it all and is the one that really sparked it for a lot of these movies. I mean, I think that's the main reason this movie was made due to Wes Craven's Last House on the Left, which was a pretty damn good film. Like I said, I think it really set the stage for a lot of these films. But to be honest, I think I might like this one a little bit better, man. Like I said, some people kind of consider this one like kind of like a complete like rip off of Last House on the Left. But I really really enjoy this movie. I know it's a fucked up movie. I totally get it, man. It's not like I enjoy watching this shit, but I just think it's a really well made movie. It really feel like you guys know this is my type of horror, not rape, none of that, but like horror that really could happen in real life, like real authentic shit. Like in this movie, I like the fact that there really isn't like a lot of dialogue. Like there, of course, it has dialogue, but it's not really overdone. You know, same with the music. There's not a lot of music in this, and I think that's what really, from the audience, it really hits people because, let's say, in a lot of these scenes, right, in a lot of these, you know, dramatic scenes or whatever, a lot of these crazy wild scenes, if they had a music playing like a score or a theme, I think it would have been a little bit like it wouldn't feel as authentic, as realistic, you know. uh and I know a lot of early horror movies, 70s, 80s, mostly the 70s, they didn't really contain a lot of music. I mean, look at The Exorcist, of course, iconic theme song, but it really, if you really watch the movie, it doesn't really have like a score playing throughout the whole movie. And I think this is a one of those as well, man. And I think that's what really adds to it. You know what I mean? Uh, but I think, like I said, it really, these are the type of horror movies that really feel, like I said, it could happen in real life. You know, it could really, um, it could literally happen literally happen in the woods across the street from you. You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of shit, like this type of shit really goes on even today. You know, so you could say this was a movie. I wouldn't say ahead of its time. This type of shit has been going on since the beginning of time. So you could say it really wasn't new. I also did watch a little documentary, which I do recommend. It's on I think it's on Tubi as well, man. It's on Tubi. Um I think it's called the Growing Up with I Spit on Your Grave or something like that. I think the director, what's his name? Mir Sarachi. Um, his son. I think his son was the one who was behind the documentary. He does kind of narrate a lot of the a lot of the documentary, and he was actually in the movie. You guys know one of the rapers. You could say, um, he has like his own family. His son, the son from that family is actually the son of the director. So yeah, it was a low budget kind of thing. It was like, you could say, like an indie movie. Like, the director, grabbed these people to do this independent movie, and it worked really good. That it became a cult classic. Like, I understand a lot of people might not like this movie. Like I said, this is not the type of shit like you could say we condone. Obviously, horrible stuff, man. Horrible stuff that does happen to the young chick, which I think she did a great job too, man. Like, I think she really she played the role pretty good. I'm not really too like familiar um as far as the actress, as far as career, how it went after this. This could be kind of a major thing, for someone to take on this role. It's totally understandable, But like I said, man, just the terror of it, the horror, it really it really does the job. It really does the trick. Like I said, I know a lot of this substance, a lot of this kind of movies could be a little bit too much for people. Like I said, this is a horrible way to horrible way for someone to experience. But of course, man, like I said, this is a revenge story, a revenge movie, so you could feel some type of sense for the chick. She does get her revenge. She came back like a badass. Of course, in the beginning, she was like a vulnerable girl. But of course, man, she steps her game up and she does what she got to do. She does what she has to do, and yeah, man, pretty good film. I've seen this a few times, but definitely rewatched it the other day, and I don't know. I really do. I really do like this movie. It's the original uncut version. As a matter of, dude, this post, like I said, man, I don't really consider this movie like one of my top favorite horror movies, but it kind of makes me want to buy a movie poster to hang up. Like I said, not because it's one of my favorite horror movies, but because this cover is pretty like sick. I really do like this cover. Um, so yeah, if you see me with an "I Spit on Your Grave" poster anytime soon, you guys already know, man. I don't know. It's just great cinematography. Like I said, this is 1978, right? Yeah, 1978. Great shot film. Like I said, it doesn't need music, none of that. It definitely does the trick, man. So, I Spit on Your Grave, the original. The remake sucks. I think. Look, check. I have the remake right here. Look, I literally took it out of the like this one. I dumped down deep into my box of movies. Like the movies I don't really care for, I have them like all the way down. I might rewatch it, but I have to find I have to find it. I have to find it. I got no clue where it is, man. But I really wasn't obviously it's not as good as this one. But yeah, I might rewatch it. I'm gonna try to find it, look around, try to find this one, and I might do kind of like a original versus remake. So yeah, man, the original "I Spit on Your Grave" definitely recommend it, man. So yeah, now we get into some of the new scores. Like I said, two of the new scores I already watched. And yeah, man. So we're gonna get straight into it. Have you seen the Yeah, man. Yeah, I've seen it once. I got this at Walmart. I'll say like a year ago, or something like that. But I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like I said, I watched it, and I took it. I took the DVD out, and I was just like, whatever. And unfortunately, man, I gotta look for it deep because I can't find it. But I'm gonna try to rewatch it. Like I said, at least give it a chance. Since this one's fresh in my memory, I might try to rewatch it and kind of do like a original versus remake. But yeah, definitely gotta rewatch it, man. But yeah, man. Hope you're doing good, Norman Fleming Jr. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Michelle Loader, yo, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, man. I hope it's not too late for you guys. I think it's like 8:30 right now, or 8:20. But yeah, man. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Much support. You know what, Norman? Yeah, I've actually seen a few people that didn't mind the remake. But like I said, since I'm so used to the classic shit, like I really like I really try going into these modern remakes with an open mind. But I don't know, it just wasn't the same. But I know they made a sequel to the remake, and I think they made a part 3, right? Which I heard are terrible. But I might give it another chance. So yeah, man. But definitely let me know if you guys seen the "I Spit on Your Grave" movies. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Like I said, they're considered one of the most disturbing horror movies of all time. So yeah, man. All right, so these next two movies are new scores that I already watched this past week. Here's the first one. Underrated film. And as a matter of fact, this is the only Blu-ray from today's haul. I know mostly people buy, if it's not 4K, it's Blu-ray. DVDs, not really. Like people, like I don't know if got turned off by them, but me, man, I'm still buying DVDs. I mean, they do the trick. To me, it doesn't really matter if it's a DVD or Blu-ray. But yeah, man. So here's the next one. This is one that I got at the Goodwill. William Peterson's Manhunter, man. Definitely let me know if you guys seen this one. I've never heard of it. I never heard of it. I was looking through the Goodwill. I was going through the Goodwill, right? And I saw this one. I saw the cover and everything. And I just read this right here. The movie that introduced the world to Hannibal Lecter. And I had heard something like that. That there was kind of like a prequel before Silence of the Lambs. So just by reading this, I bought it. Might as well, man. And I checked it out. Pretty damn good movie. I really enjoyed this movie. It really is. I know Silence of the Lambs is inspired by the novel Red Dragon. And I know, like in 2000, 2001, they did do the Red Dragon movie, of course, which I think is like yeah, that was like the big studio release of the Red Dragon novel adaptation, Red Dragon from 2001 or whenever it came out. Uh, but this one, man, this was the very first movie. Like I said, underrated. A lot of people don't. I didn't know about it. I thought Silence of the Lambs was the very first movie in the Hannibal world, in the Hannibal series, like we all did, right? But Manhunter, man, this is from 1986. 1986, man. You know, and when it comes, like I said, this is an adaptation from the Red Dragon novel. And of course, later on, after the success of Silence of the Lambs, they kind of tried to do like a more of a bigger budget, bigger studio adaptation, of course, which is the Red Dragon we all know. But this one, man, it you could say, I wouldn't say it was really a flop at the time, but yeah, I think it probably was a flop. Yeah, I did look. I think the budget they didn't pass their budget in the box office. So it was definitely a movie that came and went. Like people don't know about it. I didn't know about it. Uh, like I said, I heard something along the lines that there was kind of like a prequel to Silence of the Lambs, like a movie before that. But I really didn't pay too much mind, man, until I saw this. And let me tell you guys, really good movie. I definitely recommend Manhunter. Um, it's not really like a full horror movie. Of course, it's more of like a thriller, mystery kind of thing. Um, you know, it is kind of at some points it's kind of like a slow burn, slow pace movie. But man, really good movie. The theme, the score, really damn good, man. If you guys have not seen Manhunter, definitely recommend it. Um, yeah, man, pretty good. And what's his name? Brian Cox. Brian Cox. He is the very first dude, very first actor to take on the Hannibal Lecter role. Of course, man, if we think of Hannibal, we think of Anthony Hopkins. Of course, man, he killed that role. Great role. Of course, man, he's the Hannibal. But to be honest, Brian Cox could give him a run for his money, man. Really. That's how good his performance was as Hannibal Lecter. And Hannibal doesn't really have a big role in this movie. Um, he's in it like a lot, only a little bit. But in those little scenes, man, like when the detective, the main character, the detective we follow in this movie, goes to visit him, try to get his help. Of course, man, the detective is hunting after another serial killer that's on the loose. What's his name? Butterfly something? Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy. There we go. Tooth Fairy. Um, and of course, Hannibal Lecter being, the genius he is, man, the mastermind. He goes to his cell. He goes to, visit him where he's locked up, and those scenes alone, man, like Brian Cox really did an awesome job as Hannibal Lecter. Like I said, he could give Anthony Hopkins the run for his money, even though we all love Anthony Hopkins. Great, amazing job, right? But yeah, man, really good movie. Definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's more of like a thriller, but pretty good. I think, like me personally, I really do like films, horror, thriller. So this really did the job for me. Like I said, I wasn't even gonna buy it, but I just read this, the movie that introduced the world to Hannibal Lecter. I'm like, okay, say less. Only $6 at Goodwill, man. I looked it up on eBay. Dude, this Blu-ray's like 30, $40. So I'm glad I didn't pass on it. Pretty good movie, Hannibal Lecter. Now that I watched it, I'm gonna do a review on the whole Silence of the Lambs series, starting with this one all the way to Hannibal Rising, which was the last Hannibal movie. I know they also have a TV show, which was pretty good. I haven't seen it, but I heard a lot of people didn't like it, man. That was pretty good. So, yeah, man. Manhunter, pretty good movie. I'm glad I came across this movie. So, yeah, if you haven't seen it. Also, dude, the detective, what's his name? Kim. I'm not sure who it is. It could be it could be William Peterson. Yeah, William Peterson. I think he's the dude who plays the detective. Unless he's a director. But whoever plays the the retired detective, the main character, main lead in this role, great job as well, man. Great job. I think he carried on the movie really good. Uh but yeah, I don't really want to like I really want you guys to see this one. I'm not gonna really go too deep into story, but I recommend it, man. Manhunter, to check it out. So yeah, man. What about Creepshow TV series on Shudder? Oh yeah, man. You know what? I've never caught up with the Creepshow series. I did see a few episodes on I think it was on AMC this last October. Pretty good. I don't really, I'm not really sure what season or anything like that, but the few episodes that I saw, pretty good. I really did like it. But I haven't seen the Creepshow series at its whole entirety. You know, the Shudder Creepshow series. But I mean, I guess it's pretty good. I guess it's been successful because you know, they've done a few they've done a few seasons, so I guess it's pretty good. But yeah, Creepshow 3, I agree, man. Of course, definitely the weakest one. I remember I think it's on YouTube for free. That's how I watched it for the first time. You know, and I've been trying to get it on DVD, you know, just to complete, you know, as much, you know, as bad as Creepshow 3 is, I would still like to buy it and own it for the collection, but it for sure is a pretty bad sequel. But yeah, man, definitely agree. Not many people know that Anthony Hopkins isn't the original Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, man, yeah. I know, right? Like me neither. Like I really thought Silence of the Lambs, Anthony Hopkins was the very first Hannibal, very first movie. I knew it was adapted from the novel, but I had no idea they made a movie that is closer. That's more of a closer adaptation to Red Dragon, the novel. Now, I haven't read Red Dragon, the novel, but from what I heard people say, this is more of a this is a better adaptation than the Red Dragon movie that later came on. I think in the 2000s. You know, the you guys know the main Red Dragon. I have it right here. Here, I'll show you guys. The main Red Dragon movie that we all know, right? I brought out the whole series, man, after watching it. This one, Red Dragon. This is the one we all know. But of course, man, this was the original. And yeah, like I said, people consider this more of a better adaptation to the novel than this was. So yeah, man, like I said, I'm glad I was able to find it. I'm glad I was introduced to it because hey, I really did think so as well. I really thought that Hannibal Lecter or that Anthony Hopkins was the original dude who played Hannibal. And, you know, I really thought this was the very first movie in this world, in this series. But of course, man, The Forgotten Manhunter, the score, man, is great. I love the score. It's my first time watching it. And right away, immediately, the score, the soundtrack stuck onto me, man. So, pretty damn good movie. Plus, Red Dragon is a remake of Manhunter. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Since this was more of like a you know, I feel like this one was more of a bigger release. Like I said, this one I feel came and went. People didn't really cater to this one. Of course, after the success of this one, all eyes were on Hannibal. All eyes were on this. So they took the chance to kind of like remake it, closer to the novel. Do like another remake, adapted from the novel, and then that's when this one came into play. But this was the original OG, man. So if you guys have not seen it, check it out. Definitely recommend it. So yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Anthony Hopkins gets all the praise. He does get all the and I actually did see some interviews, man, from Brian Cox, the first guy who played Hannibal Lecter in this one. Like I said, man, he did a awesome job. Like I said, he could give Anthony Hopkins the run for his money. Um, so I feel like, of course, man, coming from playing a character in a movie that didn't really do much, and then a few years later, man, we get a wide release, successful ass movie like Silence of the Lambs. For someone else to play the character, it must have been kind of, I wouldn't say frustrating, but I bet he was like, damn, I'm pretty sure he felt something. But of course, man, Anthony Hopkins, not knocking Anthony Hopkins. Of course, he's the iconic Hannibal, man. But very much so, very much so. I really do hope, man, people get introduced to Manhunter and really give it a chance and really, evaluate things, because honestly, I can't really tell you right now who I prefer, Brian Cox as Hannibal or Anthony Hopkins. Like I said, obvious choice is Anthony Hopkins, man, but Brian Cox, like, it's different shit. It's like different, we like him for different reasons. Like Brian Cox Hannibal has shit that Anthony Hopkins Hannibal doesn't have, and Anthony Hopkins has shit that Brian Cox doesn't have. So it's kind of 50-50 in the middle. So all I gotta say, man, go watch it. Watch Manhunter. Pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. You know what, Norman? I have not seen the Hannibal TV series. I can't really tell you about the Hannibal in the TV series. I haven't seen it. But I did hear it's pretty good. It is pretty good. So I might give it a chance, man. I might give it a chance. As a matter of fact, you know what? Sometimes in some of the used DVD stores that I go to, they actually have the Hannibal TV series on DVD. I'm not sure if it's the whole series or whatever, or the first season or whatever, but they do have it sometimes. But I've always kind of passed by it. To be honest, I'm not the hugest fan of horror TV shows, but I think I might give it a chance, man. Especially after watching Manhunter, dude. Like, it really gave me a I'm always, just the last week I rewatched Silence of the Lambs. The other ones, I don't really watch them too much, I know Red Dragon, of course, the remake, and then we have like Hannibal. I think this is like I don't know what it is, and then Hannibal Rising. I think this is like a prequel to Silence of the Lamb. It went downhill pretty much, but yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Go check out Manhunter. All right, man. Next film. I know I kind of been taking long with each film, but there's another part of the new scores that I actually watched this one last night. Wow, man. Wow. This could be the best. And you guys know me. I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to haunted house movies, ghost movies, because a lot of that shit is repetitive, especially nowadays, in the past 10, 15 years, that genre kind of has exploded, with The Conjuring, Insidious, all these other movies, man, that really made us, like, especially me, like, kind of turned off by the haunted house ghost movies. But this one, man, it could be the best one. It could be the best one. when it comes to these movies. And you know what? I'm sorry, guys, but I'm having trouble pronouncing it. The Ch- man, I don't want to butcher it. I literally looked it up, man. I literally looked it up before the freaking live, man. I had it. I had it. Uh, at first I thought it was the challenging, but it's not the challenging. The oh man, fuck. Chen Chen. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. I can't pronounce it. Chen. The Chen. I'm terrible, guys. I'm sorry. I don't even want to butcher it. Chen. This freaking movie. The Changeling. The Changeling. I apologize, guys. George C. Scott, man. He was in The Exorcist 3, which a lot of people. I'm not the hugest fan of The Exorcist 3, but George C. Scott, you could say, was one of the best things from The Exorcist 3. He plays the lead role in this. Man, I just bought this yesterday. I was at the DVD store yesterday, and I bought it, man. And wow, such a great movie, man. Love this movie. This is one of those movies that really it doesn't depend on the special effects. It doesn't depend on the gore and all that. You know what I mean? It's all like it is quite disturbing as well. There's a lot of like the whole that's what I and these are my type of movie. It goes back. It is my type of movies, man. It focuses on story more than special effects, jump scares, and all this shit, right? Blood, gore, you know. But this one really, it really like it has that, um, it has that like eerie feel to it. A lot of creepy shit in this movie, and like I said, George C. Scott really carries on the movie really damn good. Like you even feel bad for the dude. You even feel bad for the dude. Of course, man, he does. You know, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but I definitely recommend it, man. The Chang, the Changeling. I apologize, guys. I know this is a classic that shouldn't be messed with, but I the Changeling. No, I know I'm not saying it right, guys. But this freaking movie, man. Uh, really freaking good. Loved it. Honestly, this is a 10 out of 10. Really good. Really good. Like I said, probably the best haunted house ghost movie of all time, for damn sure. You know? This is the old school snap case, as you guys can see. For only $4, man. I had to get it. Like I said, I knew nothing about this movie, but something about it was calling my name, and I bought it, and I'm freaking glad I did, dude. Great, fantastic movie. Like I said, 10 out of 10. I know there was another movie. Well, which one was it? I think it was Misery. I reviewed a couple weeks ago. That was another one. I rarely give movies 10 out of 10. You know, Misery was one of them. Great movie. This is another one. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I'm gonna try. The. Ch- ch- Forgive me. But yeah, man, definitely recommend this movie. pretty damn good. Yo, Infinity Dragon 7. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? Just here chilling, man. Going through some of these new scores, man. Um, that I have bought in, which we're barely getting into. These were the first two part of the new scores I bought in that I've gone over. I know it's been like 40 minutes, but yeah, man. Pretty good movies. So these are the only two I've seen from the new scores. So yeah, man. Hope you guys are doing good, man. Hope you guys are having a dope Saturday, man, as well. There's also another TV series. It takes place after the events of Silence of the Lambs. Interesting, man. Clarice. You know what? I haven't heard of that one. Haven't heard of that one. Yeah, man. I know at first I even mentioned it on last week's live stream, or not on Monday, whenever it was, when I rewatched Silence of the Lambs. I wasn't the hugest fan. Like, it was really hard for me to get into them. Like, Silence of the Lambs really took me a few watches to really get into it. But yeah, man, definitely will look into it though. I like Ghost Ship. I thought it was cool. I have it on DVD. Ghost Ship. I think I've seen that one. I think I've seen that one. Like I said, man, I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to ghost movies, haunted house movies, but this one, man, the Changeling. Am I saying it right? The Changeling. I'm butchering that title terribly, man. I'm sorry. But this is a great movie. Like I said, probably the best. It's not like you see the ghosts. It's not like you see... What year was this? 80... I think this was 1980. Doesn't say. But yeah, I think it was 1980, man. Great film. Like I said, a lot of disturbing, eerie shit in this movie. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. The Changeling. Yeah, that one. Starring George C. Scott, man. Classic. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can't believe I'm late to this film. You know, I got the title, man. I looked it up. I pronounce it. I know it. Man. But just reading it, I can't, dude. Like, I really can't. Like, I'm bad. I'm really bad at long, complicated words like that. Like, I really, my English, my vocabulary really sucks like that. If we're gonna keep it real, you know. I know there's, I know you guys realize, you know, a lot of, you know, big words, long words, always mess with me, you know. Honestly, like I really do struggle with it. I believe he was also in Stephen King's Firestarter. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. The original Firestarter. Yeah, like I said, he was in The Exorcist 3, which could be one of a lot of people's main favorite thing about Exorcist 3 is George C. Scott. So if you really were a fan of his character in Exorcist 3 and you haven't seen this one, definitely recommend it, man. Whew, great film. Like I said, 10 out of 10 right here. For sure. It really does, man. It really does. It really does. It really sets the tone. Like, it really does. Because, of course, man, George C. Scott does, unfortunately, go through loss, goes through some shit, as you see in the beginning of the movie. And then that's when, you know, things kind of transpire. They come down to, you know, the house and everything. So it's really, like I said, it really focuses on the effect on the audience, on story, rather than ghosts. Most of the shit you see in most of haunted house ghost stories these days, you know, CGI ghosts and everything, you really don't see none of that in here. You know, it's really more of like a psychological thing. So awesome movie, man. I loved it. Like I said, 10 out of 10. DVDs and all kinds of... Most definitely Infinity Dragon. Yeah, man. Like I said, just recently, dude. I never watch movies streaming. I have every once in a while. But as of lately, man, I've been like on Tubi, man. I've been streaming a few movies. Even some movies that I already have on DVD. I just been watching them on the phone, man. But But yeah, man, I mean, there's really nothing like owning a great film, you know? It's just something different, you know? Really, Norman? Damn, I actually did not know that, man. Like I said, I'm new to this movie. I did not know this was Nev Campbell's favorite movie. Interesting, man. She said in an interview. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is really a real horror movie right here. Horror, thriller, psychological, everything, mystery, kinda. This is the one, guys. The Changeling. I hope I'm saying it right, guys. But yeah, man, recommend it. So yeah, all right, guys. So now we're gonna move on to the final new scores. Haven't seen these. I might watch. I might pop in one of them tonight. I have one more coming in the mail. Um, I'll probably save it for next week, or so I'll show you guys on the next week's live stream. But this other DVD that I'm waiting on, I bought it from the same seller as this one. And you know what's really weird? I received this one yesterday in the mail, or 2 days ago, whenever it was. I bought two DVDs from the same seller on eBay, and I only received one, and the other one, I think it's I think it's already. I think I tracked it. I think it's already in the area, but of course, man, the weekends is a little slower, so it'll probably get here by Monday. Um, but I'm surprised, man. I mean, same seller. Why would they package in different packages? You know. But yeah, man. So here's the next one, man. This is a movie I've been trying to get. I've been looking for at the stores and everything. Can't find it, and I wish I had the Blu-ray. I know Scream Factory had a release of this one, but I just bought it on DVD because it was cheaper. This is a movie I've been trying to get, man. April Fool's Day, great slasher, probably my favorite. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do remember it being my favorite holiday horror movies, man. Yeah, man. April Fool's Day. Can't wait to rewatch it. Really can't. Like I said, I've been really looking forward to it. This was one that's been in the back of my head every time I'm going through the used DVD stores and everything. This is one that I always am looking for. I'm like, I had enough, man. I'm like, let me just order it. Let me just freaking order it. So I did. I think it was only like $8 or something, $10. Why not, man? Great slasher, holiday horror. So yeah, I might do a movie review on this once I rewatch it because I really do want to talk a little bit more about it. But April Fool's Day, man, definitely had to get it. Here's the next one. This is another one that I bought at the used DVD store. Haven't seen this one, but I heard it's pretty good. Jacob's Ladder, man. I think this was 1990. Yeah, 1990. Usually when I'm at the DVD store, I come across movies like this, come across movies like these that I haven't heard of. I usually read their descriptions, and sometimes I'm sold. You know, like this, and I like this. Don't regret it. There's another one that I read the little description. I'm like, all right, I'll get it. You know, I might watch this one tonight. I'm really interested in this one. Jacob's Ladder. I think this one's more of like a thriller too. Which you guys know me, man. I'm more of a thriller kind of guy, horror guy. So hopefully this one does the trick. But yeah, man. And oh, you know what? This is from the director of Fatal Attraction, which is another more of a thriller horror. I did see Fatal Attraction. I was gonna pick it up, but I'm like, since I think I've seen Fatal Attraction, you know, oftenly at the store, I'm like, it could wait. But Fatal Attraction, pretty good movie as well. Pretty good. I think I might go back and buy it, man. So yeah, this is from the director of Fatal Attraction. Definitely will check it out, man. I can't wait for this one. Like I said, I haven't seen this one, but it caught my attention. It caught my attention for sure. So yeah, man. I mean, definitely let me know what you guys think about any of these movies. Have you guys seen any of these? He was in Invasion of the. Yeah, man, I did, man. I think it was. I think it was on Thursday, right? Yeah, man. I was at the gym. I was at the gym Thursday morning, or was it Friday morning? Yesterday morning. I think it was. I think it was like 2 days ago. Yeah, on Thursday morning. I was at the gym, man, and I saw the usually at the gym they have the TVs playing, they have the news playing, and yeah, I saw, man, he did pass away. Rest in peace, man, Donald. Of course, man, he's been in a lot of awesome, awesome stuff. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, definitely considered one of the best remakes of all time, man. Which I definitely want to check out. I definitely want to check out due to him passing away. Rest in peace. Because I think I've seen it once, but I really don't recall it too much. But it's considered one of the best remakes of all time, man. But yeah, man, I did hear about it. I that day, man, a lot of people on social media, even a few YouTubers, I subscribed to, they like went on live and they were like talking about it. But yeah, man, it's always unfortunate when we lose like iconic actors like that. What do you think they should do? What do you think they should deal with the Friday the 13th franchise? You know what, man? I know we did get like a new update on it. Not really an update. Like last week, we did get like some new information about the A24 Friday the 13th series that was gonna be. I think we did get. Honestly, I didn't go too deep into it, but I think, man, they kind of laid it out for us. I think they also had. I'm terrible with names, so I can't really tell you the name. You guys could. You guys probably know what's up. You guys know better than me. You guys could drop the name in the comments. But they had a specific actress that they were eyeing for Pamela Voorhees. Of course, man, the Crystal Lake series was gonna be a prequel. The Pamela story and everything. So they had a certain actress that they already were aiming to play Pamela Voorhees. But like I said, I don't recall the name. So yeah, I think that was part of the article, part of the little update. I think they also laid out about, you know, how the seasons were gonna play out. Like I said, they kind of like took a toll, man. The Friday series, of course, we heard it was canceled, but then like a week later, we were told that it isn't canceled. That they're gonna still do it, but they're gonna retool it. They're gonna probably change the ingredients. It's not gonna be what they originally planned. Also, what's his name? Brad Fuller, I think. He was on board. He was on board for the series, but I think he got fired. I don't know if he got fired or he got quit or he quit. But of course, man, I think he was also involved in some of the Friday movies. But yeah, man, it came to an end, man. And now that they kind of scrapped what they were originally gonna do, they gave us an idea what they were gonna do. So like I said, they had a specific actress that they already were eyeing to play Pamela Voorhees. Also, another thing that stood out was they kind of broke it down how each season was gonna play. I think each season, which, if you ask me, don't get me wrong, it would have been cool to see. But like I said, man, it goes back to the same thing of originality. So they were saying, man, that each season it was kind of gonna reflect from each movies, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I didn't go too deep into the article, but supposedly, like the first season was gonna be based on the original Friday, of course. Pamela Voorhees, young Jason, the origins, right? Once we get to season 2, is gonna focus kind of like on part two, part three, and part four, kind of like a repetitive thing. Kind of like they were gonna we're gonna go through those sequels again, but of course retold in a modern way. Like I said, would have been pretty damn cool to see, especially which each season, of course, each season, whatever the case may be, 10 episodes. Um, it would have been cool to see like a length detail thing, right? But like I said, they keep going back to those original movies. Where's the originality at? That was my main thing. Like I said, I know a lot of people were really excited. Were kind of bummed out that it was that this was their plan, but unfortunately their plans went downhill. They had to scrap a lot of the shit, so a lot of people were disappointed. But like I said, man, honestly, I would have preferred something new rather than going back and trying to retell those original four movies that were done perfectly. Like, I don't know. That's just what I think. Like I said, it would have been pretty cool. It would have been pretty cool. But still, man, I honestly would have loved. A lot of people don't like. Honestly, I really don't mind if it focused just on Pamela. Jason really doesn't have to be, at least for the first season, doesn't have to be the center of attention or the main character, the main killer. Of course, man, Friday started with Pamela. So a lot of people kind of downplay the Pamela character and just go strictly for Jason. They just want to see Jason. I get it. Me too. But I think there's still a lot left, a lot of potential left as far as originality they could do with the Pamela Voorhees character. Really, like what can they really like when it with Jason? What much can they really do, man? Like, of course, once we see Jason, regardless it's a TV show or a movie, we're gonna see what Jason does best: kill the shit out of teenagers and all that, right? But I think as far as story, as far as originality, as far as substance, Pamela Voorhees was a great way to start. That's just my personal opinion. I hope they still go that route. Like I said, they're retooling, they're reevaluating things on what they're gonna do. But I really hope, man, we get Pamela. We get more of Pamela, because I feel like it's the only way it could spawn off right. If we want to see more Friday the 13th in the future. Because let's say a new series comes into play. The first season is Jason killing the shit out of people. Okay, what are we going to expect for the next few seasons? The same shit? Of course, we love seeing that. Jason kill teenagers, sex, drugs, all this, right? Friday the 13th formula. We're all in for it. I'm all in for it. But if they really want to have people on board and have people look forward to something, they got to start somewhere. It might not be a great start. Like I said, as far as the casual fan, like the casual fan wants to see Jason. The casual fan might be turned off by a Pamela story, a Pamela Voorhees storyline, origin story. They could be turned off, but I think it's just to start the engine up again. Eventually, we get down to those seasons. We're gonna get what we want to see from Jason. That's just what I think personally. Like I said, I didn't really dig too deep into the new information that leaked about the Friday series, but it's a done deal. That's out of the way. The whole rights is an issue. Brad Fuller or whatever his name was fired or he quit. And now they got to start from scratch. And like I said, I just hope they give us substance, man. I hope. Because look, those original Fridays, they're property from the 80s. They can't duplicate that. They really can't. So it's better to. Same with Halloween. Same with a lot of these franchises. They really need to start somewhere. Build it up so we can have something to look forward to, instead of expecting instead of expecting what we're expecting. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I think about the whole Friday thing. April Fool's Day, I remember that one. Didn't like it at first, but I might revisit it again. Yeah, man. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna revisit it. Where I leave it? Oh, it's right here. April Fool's Day. I'm gonna revisit it, man. Like I said, I've been looking for it. I'm like, screw it. Let me order it. Picked it up, man. So yeah, I'm gonna revisit it tonight. But I think yeah, from it could be my favorite holiday horror movie. Halloween doesn't count, obviously, does it? Of course, of course, Halloween 1978 counts. But other than the typical Halloween, of course, a lot of horror movies take place in Halloween. But let's talk about holidays outside of that. My Bloody Valentine, another good one. Uh, I think there's like what's it called, New Year's Evil, which is another one I really want to get. I really want to get the Blu-ray or DVD. But there's a lot of good ones. Butthead, I have Jacob's Ladder. I thought it was a good movie. Yeah, man, Jacob's Ladder. Like I said, haven't seen it, but something about it, I had to buy it based on the description and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. And like I said, man, horror thriller is my cup of tea. So definitely can't wait to get into it, man. If you like April Fool slashers, check out Slaughter High. Slaughter High. I think I actually heard of that one. I haven't seen it. I heard of it though. For sure, man. Definitely will check it out. There's a lot of movies that I've been on the hunt for. I've been on the lookout for. Because right now I'm at a point. Usually I'm revisiting movies like these right here that I showed you guys earlier. That I rewatched. Creepshow 2. I Spit on Your Grave. But like the movies, these new scores that I have showed you guys are really my first introduction. Manhunter. The oh man, the chat. Oh man, dude, I can't pronounce this shit. The Changeling, right? I hope I'm saying it right. First time seeing it, 10 out of 10, loved it. Yeah, man. Like I said, so right now I'm at a tip where I'm more interested on films that I really haven't seen, films that titles have stuck on to me, but I haven't seen. So, yeah, man, this one might be the movie of the night. Jacob's Ladder. Okay, so here's the next one. Three more DVDs left. This is a movie from 1956. The Bad Seed. Haven't seen this one either. I looked at it. I read the description. I kind of did also look it up at the store. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have this shit. Gotta have this shit. I know a lot of, modern movies, they kind of try to, tell the story about an evil child. It's been done over and over. But hey, man, this is the 1950s. So that curiosity of those early times really was there. And yeah, I heard this was a really quite disturbing film, quite a, you could say ahead of its time. The Bad Seed. I know they have a remake, right? Because when I was looking it up, I think a new, like a modern version came out. I'm like, nah, I want to see the 56 version. Give me information from the 56 version. So yeah, I think they have like a remake, right? Or a TV show of this. Yeah, man, I'm really interested. I'm like I know a lot of people like I'm really, even though they're not my favorites, but I'm always interested and curious when it comes to like older black and white horror movies. So The Bad Seed, man, can't wait to check this one out. I already saw a few clips, as a matter of fact, on YouTube. I'm all in for it, So yeah, man, The Bad Seed, had to get it. Definitely let me know if you guys seen that one. The Dance with Elizabeth Pena was creepy but hot. Oh man. Oh, okay, okay, all right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, sounds like my kind of movie. Sounds like my kind of movie then. Yeah, man. This might be the movie for the night. Uh, like I said, I haven't seen it. It's my first time watching it. I can't wait. The remake of both. There's a remake to Jacob's Ladder. Interesting, man. I think I have heard of the April Fool's remake, but I don't think I have heard of the Jacob's Ladder remake. Yeah, man. Usually remakes, like I said, I think there's also a remake to Bad Seed. Yeah, man. I stick to the OGs. If the Friday the 13th show, if the Friday the 13th show is like the Chucky TV show, then I might like it. Interest, cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, for sure. From the outside looking in, my perspective, I really do think, uh, whether it's Friday the 13th, whether it's Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever it is, whatever horror franchise gets adapted to a TV show, I'm 90% sure it's gonna be like the Chucky TV show. Honestly, that's what I really do think. Like I said, either if it's Friday, Halloween, Nightmare, whatever they do, Scream, whatever horror franchise they want to do into a TV show next, it's gonna have that Chucky TV show vibe, man. Unfortunately, but yeah, man. I mean, if you like the Chucky TV show, uh, that's cool. You know, definitely you're entitled to your opinion. It's definitely, you could say, a fun series. Well, not for me, but for the audience, it could be a fun thing, and I totally get it. You know, understandable. Yo, Pornstar Jr. Yo, what's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in, man. I know it's kind of late, but it's all good, man. Definitely had to tune in, had to hop on here, man. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done like a Saturday live or a weekend live stream, pretty much. And yeah, man, I just decided this past week, man, I was really on the hunt for some films, man. I had a boring ass week. Honestly, these past 2 weeks been boring. Um, so yeah, I've been on the hunt, and I was able to come across a few DVDs. So yeah, man, I'll show you. I'll eventually rent. We have two more left. Uh, Once we look at those two, I'll show you guys the rundown of all of them. So yeah, man. But I hope you guys are doing good. Pornstar, I hope you're doing good, man. Appreciate you tuning in. I hope you're having a good night as well, man. It'll be awesome to see Friday the 13th in animation. You know what? I have heard. I'm not sure if it was Friday. Or what was it? Nightmare? I forgot what series it was, but I heard, you know, there's a certain franchise that would work as animation. Obviously, for us serious movie fans, it could be kind of like, what? Like, it's kind of like a TV show kind of thing. Like, there obviously is going to be watered down, you know, either animation, TV show, it's going to be watered down. Uh, but hey, animation, man, it could be a dark anime. Like, we like, I know there's like, what's it called? Anime, I think. Like, they have like serious toned animation series and stuff like that, you know. Not necessarily like animation like people think right away cartoonish, of course, but more of a graphic cartoonish, more of a mature animation kind of thing. Could work. Like I said, it could be watered down, of course, but more of a serious tone kind of thing. Same thing with the TV shows, man. I really hope, man, even though, like I said, I'm 90% sure it's not going to be the case, but I really want these horror shows to be like a mature thing, man, like a really serious tone thing. Like I said, man, the whole TV shows, they're targeted to the younger audience, like the Chucky TV show. especially like a character and a franchise like Freddy. Same thing. It's a silly show. It's a silly series, so they're gonna cater to the younger audience. They're gonna make it silly. At this point, Halloween as well. Honestly, man, you know. That's why I kind of do want to check out the Hannibal TV series. I heard it's pretty good. Um, because yeah, I mean, I think that's the only horror show, man. I think could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not big into horror shows, but it could be the only horror show that's worth watching. You know, as far as like a serious tone show. Charles Charlize Theron was going for the role of Miss Voorhees. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm bad with names. Yeah, I think it was her. They had a specific actress they were trying to get for Ms. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees, and I think they also in that article that came out, they also had like a little edit. They like edited her face into like the, Betsy Palmer's Pamela character, which would have been good. Like I really have no clue who she is, the actress. From the outside looking in, it seemed like people really do resonate with her. People know of her, so people were like, "Oh shit!" Like, hell yeah. But like I said, from the outside looking in, I was rooting for her. Like I was rooting for it. And it's not like we've been knowing this that they were looking for her to play her. It was just announced, but man, the potential, man. Like I said, I was all in for it since the beginning. You guys know, man. I'm all in for it. A prequel. We need more of Pamela Voorhees, right? I was all in for it, but of course, man, things go downhill. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I just hope they make another. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Most of these, especially slasher movies, don't need CGI at all. At all. Bates Motel. Oh yeah, man. Whole course. How can I forget about Bates Motel? Yeah, man. I haven't seen it at its full entirety, but it's a really good show. Um, I think that one was a serious tone. Yeah, and I have heard that too. I have heard it was it was gonna be kind of like a Bates Motel kind of scenario. Which I'm all in for it. Which I'm all in for it, man. I prefer that than the fucking cringe show like Chucky show. Weird idea, but you know what, Infinity Dragon? Jamie Lee Curtis to play Pamela. Nah. I understand. Of course, man. Jamie Lee Curtis. She holds her own weight. She holds her status in the horror genre. So I wouldn't say it'll be surprising, but I think it'll be too gimmicky. I think people wouldn't take it serious. People wouldn't like. Let's say we got the TV show, Pamela story, the prequel, right, to Friday. And we're hit with the news that Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna play her. Let's say the show ended up coming out. I don't think we would take it as serious, man, because all we're gonna all we're gonna see, especially now, all we're gonna see is Blumhouse Laurie Strode. At least me, like it'll be kind of distracting. It'll be kind of distracting, at least for me. Don't get me wrong, she holds her own weight. She's a scream queen. We love her. But it'll definitely be like it just wouldn't sit right. It wouldn't feel right. Like I said, we're just gonna be thinking of Laurie Strode the whole time, So yeah, I don't think it'll be a good idea. Like I said, it wouldn't be surprising because especially like when it comes to like lazy ass TV show creators, I could see them doing that. If they were actually lazy with this show, no problem. I don't think Jamie Lee would do it though. Personally, I don't think she would do it. I mean, she already thinks the horror genre, the horror movies are kind of stupid. They're kind of dumb. Like she's not even a fan of like her own. Of course, she embraces it, but to her, they're kind of dumb movies. You know, of course, the Laurie Strode character does mean a lot to her, but I don't think she'll take it. If she was offered the role, I don't think she'll take it. I think she's at a point, man, where, like I said, who really does know, man? Like I said, if they really had a nice story, serious toned story laid out for Pamela Voorhees, maybe. But like I said, I don't think it would sit well with fans. I don't think it would have sit well with us. Actress who played Ginny in Friday the 13th Part 2. Oh, that's awesome, man. Oh yeah, I love her. I love her. She's definitely one of my favorite. Of course, we all love what's her name? Alice from the original Friday, but the final girl from Part 2, man. I think she could be better. Not better. Nah, that's a bad way to say it. But she's definitely I might like her a little more, to be honest. Yeah. Interesting, man. Interesting. I've seen April Fool's Day a long time ago though, but I didn't caught on to that. That Ginny from Friday Part 2 is in it. Is it this chick? I think it is, right? Yeah, man, definitely gotta rewatch it, man. But interesting, man. They had a Bad City remake in 2018. The original is better though. Oh yeah. I think it was like like I said, man. I was looking it up. Man. And the first thing that came out was a stupid remake. I hate when that happens, man. I remember like with like before the 2017 remake came out, you would look up Pennywise, you see Tim Curry. You look up just Pennywise now, all you see is freaking the remake it. I hate when that happens, man. I hate when the stupid remakes outshine the originals. But yeah, man, that bad see, let me know. You see, for sure this is obviously gonna be better. Definitely let me know if you've seen this one, man. Definitely let us know what you think. Like I said, I can't wait to pop this one in as well, man. I read a little bit about it. Definitely, I'm sold, dude. I'm sold, really. The Bad Seed, one of the best Killer Kid movies. Remake was there, man. That's dope. That's dope. A lot of you guys are familiar with a lot of these new films I bought that I've acquired recently. Jacob's Ladder, The Bad Seed. It's a pretty good haul then. It's a pretty good haul then. Of course, April Fool's Day, The Changeling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. This is probably, I mean, I only seen 2 of them, but this is 10 out of 10. What was the other one? Manhunter. I'm glad you guys are familiar with these, man. So it's a pretty damn good haul. I'm glad I didn't pick up no shitty movies. These next 2 movies could be shitty, but we'll get into it right now. We'll get into it right now. So yeah, man. I can't wait for this one. Like I said, I'm really eager and curious when it comes to like old black and white movies. So now that you tell me, Norman Fleming, now that you tell me that it's one of the best Killer Kid movies, hey man, say less. Definitely say less. Mikey, oh yeah, I heard of that one. I haven't seen that one, but I have heard of it. Yeah, man, yeah. When I was doing a little research on this, I think they were kind of mentioning in Mikey. Yeah, man, for sure. Definitely we'll look into it, man. Of course, we have a lot of Killer Kid movies, but yeah, man. Did you hear about Bill's? Oh yeah, for sure, man. They're doing the what is it called? Welcome to Derry or something? Prequel, which I'm kind of looking forward to it. Damn, I was about the mask was about to. Whoop. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope I hope it's good, man. I hope it's better than the freaking remakes, man. It'll be corny. Yeah, Portstar, I very much agree. I very much agree. It'll be corny. It'll be gimmicky if Jamie Lee Curtis were to, because she's already established as an iconic scream queen, as an iconic horror character. So yeah, it'll just be corny. It'll be distracting. It'll just be gimmicky. To be honest, I think people might get turned off by just by that fact. Like uh, 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 I wouldn't say a fresh face, but someone who has the resume and someone who's well, someone who's well praised, like the actress, what was her name, Charlie, uh, who they were trying to get to play Pamela. Someone who's established like that, it could work. A strong, because she's gonna be a leader. Someone strong, man. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't see her play. I don't see her being strong enough to carry on that role for a whole season, personally. But I get it. I understand people look at it from different perspectives. Some people might see it as like it's an homage and stuff like that. But sometimes it's good to show homage, to pay tribute. But when they overdo it and when they do too much, eh, you know. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I think too, man. We're gonna be thinking, especially Jamie Lee Curtis. She's an elderly woman now, so just like Pamela Voorhees, right? So it's pretty much gonna be Laurie Strode. It's gonna be Laurie. We're gonna take it as Laurie Strode, point blank. I heard that the 28 years later trilogy. You know what, Butthead? I'm honestly, I'm really it's pretty long waited. Pretty long waited. I know 28 days later, 28 weeks later. Pretty solid zombie movies, and I know there's a big fan base. Um and 28 years later, or 28 months later, uh has been long awaited. I'm It could be a little too late. Like if they would have released it more soon. I understand they also want to waste some time, months later, 28 months later. But I don't know. I don't know. It could be good timing. Yeah, it could be good timing. For 28 months later or 28 years later, whatever it is. Uh, but yeah, I've always wanted to see a continuation to those movies, because I think they're, like I said, 28 months later, 28 years later, there's still there's still shit to fill in there. So Vera Farming the actress to play Lauren Warren from The Conjuring to play Miss Voorhees. You know what? She's great. She's dope. Maybe, maybe. But like I said, it kind of goes back. Like I'm literally gonna think of The Conjuring, but it's better. It's because since she isn't, of course she's established, but not as like iconic as Jamie Lee Curtis. I was about to say Jamie Lloyd. Uh, so yeah, I would obviously prefer, like, yeah, like someone established like that, who holds their own weight. I think could carry on the role. Personally, I think I would like to see someone like who we haven't seen in that, like familiar faces we've seen in the genre, just so it could feel right. But like I said, what's her name? Vera Farminga. I wouldn't mind. Like, it could be distracting since we all know her, from the Warrens and stuff like that. And she's a great actress. I love her. But But yeah, way better than Jamie Lee Curtis though, for sure. A decade ago, that would have been cool. Now, hell nah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, porn star. Yeah, no, it's because timing is everything. Timing is everything. Like I said, a lot of shit people were sitting on. A lot of shit people are like they took too much time. They took too much time, and yeah, that could be another another case. I'm not sure. Are you talking about Jamie Lee Curtis to play Pamela Voorhees or the 28 years later? But yeah, I mean, it fits well with both cases. At the same time, the whole 28 years, 28 months later, could have been a little sooner. And if it was like 10 years, like let's say they were gonna bring a Pamela Voorhees origin story TV show 10 years ago, Jamie Lee Curtis, cool. Of course, that was before Blumhouse, so it would have been all right, I guess. But yeah, it could be late. It could be late for both scenarios. Yo, Kennedy Crusher Hardy. Yo, what's up, man? I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Just here chilling, man. Killing some time on the live stream. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Most definitely, man. Uh, so yeah, have you seen a show called The Boys? It's a dark and mature super show. I haven't. I haven't. Infinity Dragon. I haven't. I don't think I heard of it neither. But I think the Friday show has potential to be one of the best. Yeah, man. Like I told you, man, since the beginning, I never minded. I never really mind a Friday show, especially when it comes to like Pamela. Like I feel it'll be more if we want to see Pamela. I think a season, a TV season, a TV show would work better than let's say a whole movie dedicated to Pamela. Obviously, people are not gonna like that. So for Friday, I think a show for Friday, the show could be the best route to go, man. But like I said, man, I'm praying and I'm hoping it's not silly, it's not cringy, and I hope it's some serious people behind it, like A24. I know A24 was behind it, and I really hope they hold on to it, man. Like I wouldn't want to see a Friday show on Sci-Fi, you know. I really don't, but it has potential, most definitely. It really does, but it has to be the right people, man. It has to be the right people on board. Oh yeah, man. The Crow, nothing like Bill Skarsgård. He's a good actor. Like a lot of people are pretty much supporting the Crow remake because of Bill Skarsgård, man. That's out of my league, man. I really don't. I'm not gonna get involved with that. The whole Crow thing. I'm not even gonna watch it. At all. Like I really don't care at all. Of course, when we get remakes to a lot of our favorite films, Nightmare, a lot of shitty remakes, Halloween, we were there watching it. But The Crow Man is one of those movies, man, that I don't know, man. Just based on the trailer, it looks stupid already, you know. So I'm not even gonna bother with it, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think it's already going downhill. It's not even out. Is it out or is it out yet? I'm not sure, but I don't hear no one talking about it for the same reason, man. I think it's a bad look. It's a bad reputation, man. It's just unnecessary. I understand it's the anniversary, but come on, man. Give us something. If you want to do something great with The Crow and the anniversary, give us some shit from the original. A new release, new Blu-ray, new 4K, whatever. You know. But yeah, it's pointless, man. That whole crow thing. I'ma stay out of it. I'ma stay out of this one. Have you seen the movie Serial Mom? The actress from the movie could play a good Pamela. I haven't seen it. Haven't seen it, man. But hey, just based on that title, man, most definitely Serial Mom. Serial Mom. We'll look it up, man. I'm definitely gonna look it up. Yeah, yeah, porn star. Yeah, for both scenarios, right? Right? Yeah. Uh, I don't really recall when 28 Weeks Later what came out. In the 2000s, right? Yeah, I think both cases, dude. It's late. Yeah, I know it's kind of like yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right. You know, I think so as well, man. My YouTube inspiration, hey man, Kennedy Crusher Hardy. Definitely appreciate that, man. Really does mean a lot to me, man. I'm glad able to give you some inspiration, man, when it comes to the whole YouTube thing, the whole YouTube videos. Definitely means a lot, man. Definitely, that's my main reason. That's my main throughout the years, throughout time. It's always been my main motivation, you could say, to be here. You know, to inspire. To meet new people, to interact with the people, man. And it's a great thing, man. So it definitely does mean a lot. I'm glad you're able to get something out of the videos, something out of the channel, man. And I really hope, man, it kind of lays a blueprint. It kind of gives you motivation to do your own thing. You know, because that's how it all starts. That's how we're gonna break the ice, man. Is to really do our thing, so people could really get something out of it. You know what I mean? So it really means a lot. Kennedy, for sure, man. Definitely appreciate that. Appreciate it a lot, man. Man, I really hope. I really hope uh, the Halloween show, man. I really hope the Halloween show, man, is something fresh, man. You know what? I think I heard as of lately. I heard they were gonna do like they were gonna do another freaking story revolving the original movie for the show. I don't think it's been confirmed, but I think there was speculation that for the show it's gonna be another dumbass point of view from the original movie. That's what I'm saying, man. They keep going back to like leave that in the past. I get it. That's the foundation. That's without that you wouldn't have this. I get it. But man, but it's not gonna last. It's not gonna hold its weight, you know? I don't know, man. At this point I'm kind of fed up. I'm done with the whole Halloween show. With the whole Halloween thing in general, man. Like I said, we love Myers, we love Halloween, man, but man, especially if they go back, they do another. That's what 28. That's what the Blumhouse movies were for, right? That was the point of them. At least 2018, to go back to that freaking original movie for the 40th anniversary. Cool. That's a done deal. Now give us something new. You know? That's my main thing, man. As much as we admire, as much as we love 78, and as much as the Halloween franchise wouldn't be shit without 78, they gotta they gotta establish something new, man. They gotta establish something different. You know? Honestly. It's a no point. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's just sometimes no is no. You know, but you know. You guys know how these executives roll, man. All I see, all I see is the goth Pennywise. Yeah, man. Based on that freaking trailer, and I get the original Crow, even the comic that it was based on. It's kind of like a gothic. It's more gothic action than like horror. I never really considered the Crow horror. But it's a great movie. I love it. I own it on Blu-ray. Uh, but that's what it is, man. Based on the trailer, like that's exactly what I got from it. You know. It's gonna it's gonna be the croak. Very true. Very true, man. Dude, you could based on the freaking trailer, that's all it screams out. That's all it screams out. You know? I don't know if I ever told you guys this little story. This was probably like a month ago. Whenever the trailer came out, the trailer had recently came out. Uh Whenever the trailer came out a month ago or weeks ago, whenever uh the trailer had came out, right? And a few days after the trailer came out, I was like in my car, right? I was driving and it was early in the morning. And I was driving, man, and I was at a stoplight. And at this stoplight, I saw this dude. It looked like a dude. I thought it was a girl first, but obviously it was a dude. Uh, I saw this dude at the bus stop, man, sitting down, waiting for the bus. Of course, you know, you're emo looking, you're goth looking, of course, with the crow make, with the crow makeup on. Seriously, this was like a school weekday school morning before. I know everyone's on vacation right now. Before, they were still in school before vacations came into play. I don't know if I think I told you guys this. I'm not sure, but yeah, dude, it's gonna this Crow movie. I could see a lot of people who are looking forward to it are like, I wouldn't say necessarily. Of course, you got a nice percentage of people who are really diehard fans, really big fans of the original movie, who are still somewhat looking forward to the remake. But I think most people that are looking forward to this remake is just these emo gothic kids of today, man, that are looking forward to this movie. Honestly. What the fuck? Weird ass screams outside. But yeah, that was a trip. Like a full like a dude. Like his clothes were like, you know, gothic looking, and that dude had the makeup of the Crow on a school morning day, weekday. That's crazy, man. I tripped out. I'm like, ugh. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think when it comes to the Crow remake. It's mostly you know, these new kids, I guess, that are looking forward to it, you know? But yeah, it's a dumbass thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna get involved, dude. I'm not. I'm good. I'm good. I used to have Serial Mom on DVD when I was a kid. Interesting, man. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm definitely gonna look it up based on the title. Sounds like we're into something good. But that's dope. That's interesting. Porn star, you had that as a kid. Um, oh yeah, for sure, man. Standing the test of time is a major key. You know, it's definitely like I know The Crow also had some sequels after the original, which were shit. So I wouldn't say um like if they were to come out with a new Crow movie and it was a new thing, like a new story, not a remake, I feel people who still wouldn't accept it. I think people still wouldn't mess with it simply because it's a sequel or it's a even though it's its own thing. Like let's say they did a Crow movie and it's its own thing. Just the fact that they're using the Crow man, people are gonna downplay it, you know. But obviously that'll be better than a dumbass remake, you know. I all day every day I prefer um could be a shitty idea, a shitty concept, new concept, but it's better than freaking piggyback off an original classic movie, you know? I think that's Matthew Lillard's first movie. Oh shit, okay. Okay, now we're talking. Alright, alright. Interesting, man. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna try to watch it. Serial Mom. And maybe next time, man, I'll let you guys know what I think if she's a good fit for Pamela Voorhees. Based on the title, most likely is. Catherine Turner. I think I have heard of her. But yeah, man. For sure. Definitely we'll look into it. What's your favorite? Kennedy, for sure, man. Uh, you know, when it comes to villain, obviously, The Shape, Michael Myers. My favorite horror. It's not Halloween. My favorite horror movies is up there. But I have a few, man. Whew. And it always changes. My favorite horror movie. I've said it before. The Exorcist is my favorite horror movie of all time. For sure, without a doubt. But I always have trouble, man. Like I said, it always changes. But my best horror movies, man, that I love, that I consider like the best, my favorite, The Exorcist and The Hitcher, man. The Hitcher, yeah, those two are the ones. Either one of those are my favorite horror movie of all time. Character, Myers, of course. Right behind Myers is Freddy, I think. Yeah, Freddy. But yeah, man, definitely much appreciated, man. Kennedy. Nothing at all. Yeah, man. Very much so. Like I said, like we mentioned before, they're better off dead. They're better off with nothing. We're good with the original movies. We're good with the original timelines. If people want Myers, look at those original movies, because what more, what more can they offer us? You know, like I know, like I said, a new attempt, a new storyline could be risky. It could be shit, completely shit. But I think that's more respected. That's more respected than trying to duplicate shit, trying to rewrite history. Honestly, you know, it could be dog shit ass movie. It could be a dog shit ass storyline. But I'll give you a little bit of respect for trying something new. That's what I always do. A lot of movies, man, that are shit, but I still give it that sense because they tried something new or they tried something different. You know, a lot of shitty Texas Chainsaw Next Generation, shitty movie. I just rewatched it last week, but they didn't. I know in the beginning their attempt was to go back to the original, but at the end product, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. It was its own thing. A lot of movies in franchises like that. The New Beginning, Part 5. Of course, after the final chapter, it ended, right? With the fifth film, what were they gonna do? Go try to retell the original? No, they did something new. That's my point, you know? You know what, Norman? I would prefer that. Even though it doesn't seem, it could be. I could see them picking up from like H4 or something like that in a TV show. I don't think a movie. I don't think they would do like a completely new movie, a direct sequel to H4. But they should do that in a show. Yeah, as much as I want originality, I prefer them giving us a little bit of Daniel Harris, Jamie Lloyd, Rachel, than whatever happened in '78. Honestly, as much as I don't want them to ruin, like let's say if they were to do a follow up or a sequel to H4, I don't want them to ruin it, you know. But it'll be better. It'll be better than going back to '78. It's been done before. 2018, H2O, H2O 2018 are kind of the same concept. And they want to do it again with a show? Like, come on. Season of the Witch. I know people might not care because it has nothing to do with Michael, but I want to see that. A Season of the Witch show than a freaking retelling of '78 show. Dark comedy with little horror with hilarious kills. Interesting, man. Interesting. Yeah, you know, man. Dark comedy, dark humor always comes into play. Always comes in hand when it comes to horror. So, hell yeah, man. That's dope. Definitely, like I will check it out, man. You got me interested for sure. I think it's streaming on Tubi. Okay, yeah, man. I've been on Tubi these days. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out tonight. If I don't watch this, Jacob's Ladder, I'm gonna look up Serial Mom, and if I love it, I'm gonna buy the DVD too. What did you think of Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Terrible, man. Terrible. That's a complete rip-off of 2018. Honestly. Terrible acted movie. Low budget ass shit. That the Netflix Texas Chainsaw is a prime example of what I was telling earlier. That wasn't their first time doing it. Texas Chainsaw 3D from 2013 or 2012, whenever that was. That was a direct sequel to the original. Now they want to do it again? Like, yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a whole different mess, man. You know? That one got into more to deep shit, I feel, than Halloween. That one's more like, yeah, that thing's all over the place, dude. Because of course with Halloween, man, we had like 2018 wasn't great, but it broke records. It had an impact on the genre. Tell me when a Texas Chainsaw Massacre has done that other than the original. And you could say other than the remake. I'm pretty sure that the first Texas Chainsaw remake inspired a lot of the remakes that came after that. Since they saw it worked for them, That's when all the remakes started coming in the 2000s. So, but obviously not a big impact like the original. So yeah, I feel the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is just caught up in some shit, man. Like deeper than deeper than Halloween, you know. But are you looking forward to the? I know what you did last time. Oh yeah, man, I heard of it. I heard of it. It's like a direct sequel, right, to the original. I'm not the hugest fan of those movies. The original is cool, but I mean, what can I tell you, man? I'm not really excited for it. I probably won't like watch it as soon as it comes out, but I'll probably eventually watch it. But like I said, it goes back to the thing, man. Going going back to the original movie. It could have worked for Halloween. Like I said, 2018 wasn't great, but it worked financially. It worked successfully, you know. But that doesn't mean it's gonna necessarily work with all the franchises. I know we also got rumors about Blumhouse secretly gaining the rights to Nightmare, which is gonna be a hold all over again. It's not confirmed, but if it's true, looks like they haven't learned from The Exorcist Believer. That's the problem, man. That's the problem with horror movies, horror slasher movies. We all want to see them come back, man. But they're coming back in some fucked up circumstances, in some fucked up ways, you know. It is what it is. All right, guys. So, two last movies, two last DVDs from the new scores. Okay, this one's from Goodwill. Could be a shitty film. Bug. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this one. The only reason I bought it is because this is directed by William Friedkin, who did pass away not too long ago. I think like a year ago or less. Rest in peace. Director of The Exorcist, Bug, 2006 film. Another, you could say, dumb bug movie. But I will check it out. You got Ashley Judd, Michael Shannon, and Harry Connick Jr. So yeah, man, and I also bought it not just because William Friedkin is a director, but because, you know, the little description or whatever. I'm like, all right, let's check it out. Got the Blockbuster logo. Classic, man. Blockbuster case. I love getting movies with the. I have a few films with like the Blockbuster case and stuff like that. Awesome, man. So yeah, I got this at Goodwill. I was like, screw it. William Friedkin. We'll check it out eventually. Okay, last DVD. This is a 10. Comes with 10 movies. That's the reason I bought it. And I literally only bought it for like 2 movies in here. 10 movies, big box. Here it is. Comes with Prom Night, the original, which I already own. Occupied. Have not seen Occupied. Prom Night 2. Prom Night 2, which I have not seen. That's the reason I bought it. I bought this Prom Night 2. I think I heard the Prom Night sequels are not that good. But Prom Night 2, I will check it out. What's it called? Prom Night 2, Hello, Mary Lou. So yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, it comes with The Familiar. Comes with The Nurse. Direwolf. Killer Killer. Meteor Woods. The Howling Part 4. The original Nightmare. I know the Howling movies suck, especially the sequels. But unfortunately, but the Howling 4 is the reason I bought it too. I do have the Howling 3 as well. I don't have the second one. But yeah, we got the Howling Part 4 in here. Where is it? It's this one. You know, And it also comes with Killjoy, which I do own as well. Hey man, 10 movies for $3. Definitely can beat it, man. So yeah, I own a few of these. You guys know, I remember back in the day, they always used to carry these like at Kmart, like a nice box set of like different movies. Like I said, the Prom Night sequel caught my eye. Howling 4. Also, Meadow Woods also kind of interested in it. Also Occupied. But yeah, I know most of these like films that come in like 10 come like this. Mostly crappy movies, but why not? So that was my new scores. That was my new scores, man. Yeah, man. Here, I'll give you guys a final look down at the new scores. So these are all the films we looked at for you guys who are watching late. These are the films I watched from the past week. Creepshow 2, which I already owned. I Spit on Your Grave. Like I said, I might get the poster of this, man. Like I said, terrible circumstances, man. But I love this poster. Like I said, I'm not... Usually, when I get posters, are films that I really love. Scarface, Texas Chainsaw, Halloween. This is not considered one of my top favorite horror movies, but it's a pretty strong movie. This, you know what? This movie was originally called, Day of the Woman. Some people consider this, you know how like woman power nowadays, it's like really like big now. This is what it was back then. So it was ahead of its time, you could say. This chick kicked, she came back like a badass, dude. No fucks given. So yeah, like I said, if you see me with an I Spit on Your Grave poster around here anytime soon, you guys heard it here first. So yeah, okay, and then the new scores that I watched already. Manhunter, recommend it, man. Like I said, we all thought, me too. Silence of the Lambs was the very first movie that has Hannibal Lecter, but it was actually Manhunter. Brian Cox could give Anthony Hopkins a run for his money because he played a creepy ass Hannibal, like crazy ass Hannibal. Like I said, there's Brian Cox's Hannibal has shit that Anthony Hopkins Hannibal doesn't have, and Anthony Hopkins has shit that this guy doesn't have. So it's a 50-50. So Manhunter, great film, recommended. 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The Changeling. Hope I'm saying that right. 10 out of 10, dude. I rarely give movies 10 out of 10. The Bad Seed, new score. Can't wait to watch this one. Jacob's Ladder. Might rewatch that one tonight. April Fool's Day. New score. Bug. William Friedkin's Bug. And then the 10 big box of horror movies. Those were the new DVD scores, man. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's dope that you guys instantly recognize a lot of these titles. A lot of these titles I didn't. Like I said, I'm new to these. I'm new to Jacob's Ladder, Bad Seed, Changeling, Manhunter. But hey, man. Usually, I buy movies I haven't heard of, and I don't really like them. But it was a good haul today, man. Good haul this time. So, yeah, man. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it's dope you guys were able to recognize them. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah. You could say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies always end kind of they just end like nothing. Like it's really weird. Like it's just dumb, you know. But yeah, Leatherface 27. I only seen it once, dude. I never saw it again. I heard talks that they were going to. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I already heard about I already heard about a Jeepers Creepers 5 in development already. Hey man, I guess Reborn wasn't enough for them. But I mean, I don't know why. Wait, what? Like, why would I know the director? I know we all know the history of the director, but I mean, what are they waiting for? Like, I know all that is done. All that is a done deal with. Now, I know what's his name, Victor or something. He had no involvement in the Reborn, the last one, but he's still. I think he's still credited. He's still gonna get residuals, dude. That's his shit. That's his property. So regardless, they get another director, other people. He's still cashing checks. I seen it, but don't remember it. Interesting, man. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. Bad Seed. Can't wait to see it, man. Like I said, I know the remake kind of outshined it. People hear more about the remake, but I thought Bug was cool. I had to rewatch it again. All right, okay, cool. Butthead, we got someone who's seen this movie. This one I bought for the heck of it, man. Like I said, just because William Friedkin's name is attached to this, I bought it. But like I said, man, Bug. It's a bug. It's a bug movie. Another one of those crappy movies. Lionsgate. So yeah, like I said, William Friedkin. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Ashley Judd was good in that. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, underrated. We'll check it out for sure. Definitely, like I said, bought it for the heck of it. But at least got some expectations now, you know, or not expectations, but I got some, you know, something to look forward to, you know. Blockbuster, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I love getting these covers. I have a few too. Yeah, man, they just feel like more like thicker. They feel more like heavier than your average DVD. Yeah, man, awesome. I miss Blockbuster, man. Like I said, I'm glad I was able to live and experience the last few years of Blockbuster. Unfortunately. Oh shit, Norman. Oh, that's sick, man. I would love to see it. Definitely. You can follow me on Instagram. Definitely would love to check it out. My Instagram is Killer Zone Myers. Killer Zone Myers, all together. Or if not, you could drop down your Instagram, man. I would love to see that. Most definitely. I have some of those DVDs. Interesting, man. Yeah, that's dope. Like I said, I thought like, you know, these are, you could say, underrated movies. Not a lot of people have heard of them, but I'm glad you guys did. You know, you guys know what's up. That's dope. I'm having trouble with the connection, guys. So if I'm lagging, if I'm freezing, it seems like it's kind of like disconnecting a bit. But yeah, I mean, but like I said, I get it's a movie. You know, they're just shooting reality. That's it. You know. Sometimes the truth hurts, and they hate to see the truth on the screen. So I feel that's when like people dislike it. Like you said, people. I heard it. Worst movie of all time. One of the most disturbing movies of all time. I get it. I get why people they don't. It doesn't sit right with them. Like it's like for some people it could be hard going through and watching a movie like this because of the unfortunate circumstances. But like I said, it's a movie. It's a movie that not fantasy. It's a movie that that, you know, take place in the real world, and those are my kind of horror movies. You know, authentic movies, shit that could happen across the street. Yeah, so, I get it. I get it, but it literally is the opposite. I think it's a great movie. Uh, yeah, for sure. I'm glad, Porsa, you were able to recognize that as well. Like I said, I understand, man. A lot of people not really defend the movie, like I said, for the type of thing it is, especially for the time. Especially for the time. I know later we got worse movies than this shit. Come on. But of course, man, at that time, and I think that, dude, I think this one could be a little bit more raw, a little bit more raw, a little bit more gritty, a little bit more vicious than Last House on the Left. Of course, Last House on the Left was the one that started it off for these kind of movies. But this could be my favorite from the bunch, man. So, like I said, dude, I want to get a poster. I want to hang it up. I want to hang up a poster. Probably not a life size poster. Maybe I'll see. At least a small one, like 11, 11, 17 size poster or something. The first Howling is the best. Only one, and only one. Forget the rest. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely, the first Howling, pretty good movie. I actually did rewatch it last week. Yeah, always have a good time with the Howling. Dee Wallace, that transformation always has stuck on to me. Yeah, the sequels, I don't really care for, honestly. I think I've seen like the third one. But most definitely, man. Some people even like it more than the American Werewolf in London, even though American Werewolf in London was the originator. But some people do like it more than the American Werewolf, which is cool. I understand it. It's a dope ass film. I never seen The Crow, the OG. Hey, man, Kennedy, I definitely recommend it. If you plan on watching the remake, that's all you. Do what you gotta do, man. Handle what you gotta do. But at least watch that original film before you watch that remake. Yeah, it's a must. You don't have to watch none of the sequels, but at least watch the Brandon Lee one. Yeah, man, classic. Stands the test of time. Oh yeah, man, Prom Night remake. You know what? I don't have the Prom Night remake on DVD. I always see it at the store. I might buy it just for the heck of it. I know it's a shit. It's one of the worst remakes, as a matter of fact. But I might buy it for the collection. You know me, man. I have shitty films just to complete it. I also am gonna be doing the top 10 worst remakes of all time. Can't wait to get into that one. Whew, I really can't wait, man. The next top 10, as a matter of fact, it's gonna be my next video. Top 10 movies from the 80s. Movies from the 80s. Definitely quite a challenging one, man. 80s is like the golden era, horror at its prime. So it is kind of hard to only choose 10 films from that decade. But we're gonna make it happen, man. We're gonna make it happen. Definitely gonna be going back to the top 10s. That's gonna be my next video for sure. Top 10 80s top 10 movies from the 80s. After that, I'm gonna give you guys a brand new mask unboxing. So yeah, man, definitely stay tuned, man. Definitely stay tuned. Got some good shit on the way, man. The bathtub scene. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, this chick really, like, seduced them. Like, she really, like, I was expecting for her to just, like, go balls out. Like, of course, she's gonna come back, retaliation. She's gonna go balls out, do her thing. But, dude, like, she had the time, the patience to to like tease them, seduce them, take the dude to her house and everything. Yeah, patience, man. But hey, it's all part of the game, man. Sometimes you gotta play chess, you know. Sometimes you gotta, you know, can't go straight to the action, you know. Smart woman, man. I think she played a great role. Like I said, she came back as a badass, man. You know, but that bathtub scene, yeah, pretty wild, pretty damn wild. What do you think of Human Centipede? Oh man, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, that freaking movie came to mind when we were talking about this. Yeah, it came to mind. I was gonna mention it, but I'm like, let me not. What's the word? Let me not ramble. Start saying random shit that comes to mind. But yeah, I did think of the Human Centipede. I'm gonna try to get those on DVD. I think I seen the three of them. A while ago. It's been years. I saw them with my sister. She actually, my older sister, got me into those. She introduced me to the Human Centipede movies. Disturbing ass movies. People consider them one of the most disturbing movies of all time. Yeah, weird shit, weird shit. But yeah, I do recall the first one. I think the second one too. Isn't one of them? I think one of them is in black and white, right? I could be mistaken on that. But yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them. I want to rewatch them. I want to rewatch them because they're especially in today's lenses, you know, today's perspective. Because yeah, it's been years. It's been years since I've seen those. But yeah, for sure, my older sister definitely got me into those. But hey, man, I mean, they're definitely a part of horror history. You could say like kind of like a game changer. Not a game changer, but it was definitely like something new where everyone was like, "Oh shit," and they were just quiet and they had to watch, you know. But yeah, I do hear of the Human Centipede still every once in a while, so it's definitely resonated with fans. I got to meet Dee Wallace. Got a signed photo from her. Awesome, man. Awesome. That's sick, man. You know, man. Dee Wallace. Like I said in my last live stream, she's more than a horror actress. She's done ET, other shit, but she's always gonna, you know, be part of the horror circle, man. Horror scream queen circle. So most definitely, Invaders from Mars by Toby Hooper, same director of Texas Chainsaw. For sure, man. Remake, check out Invaders. For sure, man. There's a few movies I'm gonna check out after this. Serial Mom, I think it was called. Serial Mom and Invaders. I think I heard of Invaders, the title. Walking Dead, Negan from Walking Dead. Awesome, man. That's sick. Pretty dope, pretty dope. Part 2 is in black and white. Yeah, yeah, I knew it. I knew one of them was like in black and white. Cause yeah, I've seen the first two. I probably haven't seen the third one, but I've seen the first two for sure. Uh, the sequels were too much for me. Yeah, I bet, man. Yeah, yeah. I know. Usually with sequels, shit gets more intense, shit gets more brutal. But yeah, man, those are movies like I wouldn't say the highlight of the 2000s, but it was for sure talked about. I do remember. I mean, till this, I still hear about it till this day. People still talk about them. Like even to my sister, man. To my sis, like we're both horror fans, and those movies are really a standout to her, you know. Because yeah, we saw them at a young age, and to see that type of movie, like we were used to the horror, to the slashers, the possessions, haunted shit, ghost shit, but you could say that was like our introduction to like disturbing shit, like really, you know, like now that I think about it, I don't like there could be movies that done crazier shit, but nah, man. I mean that Human Centipede, man, was like it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there when it comes to like disturbing shit, you know. Have you seen It Follows? Yeah, man. I think I seen it once. I have it on DVD. That honestly, it just wasn't for me, man. I bought it on DVD to check it out because I heard it was good. A lot of people were praising it, but I don't know. It just wasn't for me, to be honest. A lot of these modern movies don't really hit me like that. Uh, I think that's from like 2015 or something. Could be wrong. And I think they just announced a sequel to that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know. These modern movies don't really like. There's a few good ones for sure. Uh, uh yeah, like there's. It's rare though. It's really rare when we get where I get something good out of modern movies. You know. Third one was set in a prison, but didn't care for it. Have you seen Hostel? Hostel, yeah, man, of course. Eli Roth. As a matter of fact, right now, not right now, earlier, I just came across I have the 3 pack, the trilogy that comes with the 3 movies. Yeah, man. And that's another one I'm not the hugest fan of. The Hostel movies. The first one is cool, but the sequels were like, like, you know. But they're solid. They're solid. The first one is solid, but I'm not like a huge fan. You know. They do their trick. They do their trick. I know it was the 2000s, you know, the torture porn aspect and all that, the goriness, Saw inspired, you know what I mean? So it kind of falls into that category for me. Hostel, you know? Oh yeah, yeah, they did. You're right, they did. Yeah, 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 man. Like I kind of seen that too. It's really like a praised movie. Like it's a popular movie, fan favorite when it comes to like modern movies. But I don't know, dude. It just really didn't. It really, I don't know. I just thought it was dumb, man. It's gimmicky. It just doesn't resonate with me, man. Like I said, like a few. There's very few modern movies that stick to me. You know, there's still a lot that I still gotta watch, man. Like another one that was really overhyped, and I haven't seen it, so I can't really tell you. Was Talk to Me. I think that was last year, right? Talk to Me. I think that was A24. It was considered like the best movie like of the year or something. Like people really loved it. Like, but I heard it's not even all that. But like I said, I haven't seen it. I can't really speak on it. But the, when it comes to stuff like that, like big releases like that, studio releases like that, you know, and that are really praised, are the ones that kind of seem to turn me off, man. Like because of course people do praise them, but us personally, it might just not hit the same, man. Sometimes people do overhype stuff, and it just really doesn't. Like if it wasn't overhyped, we would actually, you know, give it a chance. Or regardless if it's overhyped, we give something a chance. But like once you hear it consistent, like it just doesn't. That's like not. It's not. It's really not. It doesn't like it really like just by people talking doesn't make it the best movie of all time or the best movie of the year or whatever. You know, I just think it's by each personal experience, our personal watch, our personal viewing. So yeah, but like I said, I can't really speak too much because I haven't seen it. Heard talks about Hostel, High Tensions. I really recommend for sure, man. For sure, High Tension, for sure, man. For sure. Just like Get Out, nothing happening to the end. Man, Get Out is a trip, man. Honestly, I really like. I saw that in the theater when it came out, and I rewatched it last Halloween, last October, for the first time since I seen it in theaters. It's like it was kind of like a like I know we've seen a lot of that stuff before, but like you said, towards the end, it kind of starts going down. In the beginning, it's like Of course, you get to know them. Of course, she brings him to the family. You don't really expect much. Yeah, for sure. My favorite thing about Get Out is I don't his friend, the guy's friend, the main character's friend. I forgot his name. The dude who funny ass dude, man. He carried on the movie. That was the best. He was the best about the movie. Uh, but yeah, Get Out's not too bad. I actually like Get Out. But it would the second time I watched it on TV didn't hit me the same as the first time I watched it. I was like, all right, but the second time, it was just like the second time rewatching it. What I got more out of it is like, kind of like Memory Lane. Not Memory Lane, but it kind of like reminded me of a lot of shit. You know, at the time it came out. What was it? 2015, I think. You know, it was a really kind of overrated movie at that time, overhyped. You know, it kind of, especially for modern movies, it definitely you could say it definitely really like it was successful from what I remember. Uh, but yeah, Get Out was a trip though. Get Out was a trip. I don't even know if I have it on DVD. I got no clue. So far, First Omen and A Violent Nature. You know what, man? I haven't seen those. I haven't seen those. I'm still looking forward to in A Violent Nature. Hopefully, I get to see that soon. I even heard the First Omen. Some people liked it, but I didn't really pay too much attention, man, because it's a prequel to a classic movie. So, but I'll check it out eventually. Yeah, man. Yeah, Us. What was the other one? Nope. Us and Nope. I salute. Much respect to Jordan Peele, but I don't know, man. Those movies, like Get Out, was the most solid one, I think. But I think those movies were really like overhyped. I feel. You know, like the main reason, like for Us, the main thing that got my interest on that movie when we got the trailer was the "I Got Five on It" song. Once we heard that in the trailer, I'm like, okay, what? Let me pay attention. But it really wasn't all that. Personally, I like Get Out is my favorite from the bunch. Oh, really? Is he remaking People Under the Stairs? I could see that. I could see that. Of course. I think that's his next movie, right? I heard his next movie's in like 2026. Wes Craven's People Under the Stairs, man. Great film. I actually do have that one on 4K. Great film, man. For sure. But hey, I mean, Jordan Peele, he could be a good fit for that movie. For a remake of that movie. Late Night with the Devil. That's my favorite one. I haven't seen much this year, but that one was the one, man. I can't wait to own that on Blu-ray. I can't wait to rewatch Late Night with the Devil. That was really good. I loved it. Favorite Scream of all of them. Hey, man. 96 original Scream, man. Of course. Definitely can't go wrong with the original. The original. Something about it, man. As much as those other sequels, pretty good as well. I don't think Scream has a bad sequel at all. But definitely the original. Yeah. At that aspect, you're right. You're right, porn star. Yeah, when they compare it to movies like The Shining and stuff like that, yeah, I get it. Yeah, as far as the comparison, that's where I gotta disagree. Yeah, I really don't think it's up there. You know, I think people are quick to assume it and to put it there because it was such a big movie, a successful movie. but it really wasn't like there's a lot of shit in Get Out too, man, that you're like you don't really get. Like it's like weird. Like when he's all in the chair, I know his illusion, and then the mom is like, you know? But I don't know. I think Get Out is one of those movies that like the first time watches is cool. But after that it's like mm, you know? If a girl asks you what about our relationship, you tell her no, get out. There is no Hey man, hey, that's dope. Hey man, hey man, you couldn't have said it any better. I gotta save that real quick. Yup. Shit, my bad, my bad. Gotta screenshot that real quick. Yeah, man, that's dope. Yeah, that there you go. For any of you guys, any chick, any girl tries to you know, there's your answer. Oh yeah, I did hear that, man. Yeah, yeah, Mike Flanagan. Yeah, yeah, he is gonna continue the Exorcist movies. I th- a lot of people were like really like looking forward to it. I guess he's a good like writer or good director. Uh, I don't know. I heard they might not. They're not. I don't think they might continue from Believer. I think they're just gonna do a whole new thing. That's how shitty he was. So no more Exorcist Deceiver. I don't think so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 He also had his hands on Candyman. He was in like, I think he was just like a producer. I don't think he directed it. Uh, but yeah, Candyman, forgettable ass movie. I can't believe I watched that in the theater. That movie came and went, dude. Like it really did nothing. It really did nothing. It just came and went, you know. Yeah, I was about to say that too, man. Tony Todd, man. Yeah, man. I didn't really care for the new Candyman either. It just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. Since we're all used to, you know, what's it called? Since we're all used to Tony Todd, man. Yeah, it was just weird, man. It was just weird. I know, like I said, it was more of like a gimmicky kind of sequel. Of course, you know, after the success of 2018 and stuff like that, the direct sequel thing, they went for it. They went for it. So I think that's what it mostly was. I made that up because I was talking about how I didn't like the movies. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you put it a great way. You definitely put it a great way because, you know, it really like the titles like they're cool titles, but I don't know. I just feel those movies were too overhyped, you know, and they really didn't live up to them. Us and Nope, I watched those later on. I didn't watch those as soon as they came out. I watched them sometime after, but still, I didn't get the whole hype. You know, like I said, Get Out was the most solid one I think from those. I give him credit for doing Doctor Sleep: The Shining too. That was good. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, yeah. Doctor Sleep, man. Yeah, the sequel to The Shining, man. Haven't seen that in a while. But yeah, it's definitely a fan favorite. A lot of people did like it. Doctor Sleep. But oh hell yeah. You're right, Norman. Can you imagine a Wishmaster today? Damn. Yeah, man, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. I know Yeah, man, that would be pretty sick. I wouldn't mind. Like I said, it's not. I know there's like two movies, right, or three. But like I said, it's not like an established franchise where they can mess it up. You know, they only got like two movies or three. Underrated. Hell yeah, man. No one talks about Wishmaster at all. Yeah, man. They gotta take that into consideration. Really, I did not know that. I did not know Warwick Davis's wife passed away. Rest in peace, man. I know. Yeah, of course. That's tough. That's tough to play any role, especially when you go through stuff like that. I did hear they were in development for a new Leprechaun, right? With him returning, I think so. Something like that. But but yeah, man. I did not know that one. I did not know that one. There are four Wishmaster movies. Okay, okay. Yeah, I actually only own the first two. I own it like in a double feature. Yeah, man, pretty good. I really do like the first Wishmaster. I think the second one too. Gotta rewatch it though. But yeah, man, I really wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind. I think that's really underrated horror character. Um, you're right. Since everyone's coming back, might as well give us something good. You know, like give us something like that's not too established. You know, like we've seen countless sequels, countless remakes of Halloween, countless movies of Friday, Freddy. Of course, those are obvious to bring back if they want to make money. But that'll be sick. Wishmaster. I didn't think about it. Didn't think about that one. My pitch for Wishmaster is teaching trying to take. Hey man, yeah, they could. I feel they could do a lot of different stuff, man. Still, because like I said, it's not your ordinary slasher. It's not your ordinary killer. We all love, we all see and stuff like that. But but yeah, dude, that's a good idea. Like I said, I never considered it. Those movies are kind of forgotten. Of course, to us fans, we know them. But that'll be dope. Like I said, I wouldn't mind. Another one I wouldn't mind is My Bloody Valentine. As much as I love the original movie, but like I said, it's not like an established series. I would kind of dislike that Blumhouse is bringing it, is doing it. That's the only downfall to it. But I wouldn't mind the new Bloody Valentine. Like underrated movies like that we don't see too much. Wishmaster, you know. There's talks for a Hellraiser sequel. Who really? Hey man, I know when I watched that, I did a review on it too. You got to go check it out. I kind of I didn't praise it, but I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Based on my first watch, man, I did rewatch it after that. Yeah, I know it's the Hulu Hellraiser was a little bit more closer to the novelization. What was it called? Heart something. And I know in the original novelization, Pinhead was a female. So they did that. They did that to switch it up to make it more accurate to the novelization. What's her name? Jamie Clayton. She's cool. Her Pinhead was cool, but it was really it was just I had totally like it's really a forgettable movie, man. So I can't really I can't really I can't really praise it too much now because I really didn't. The second time watching it, I didn't like it. Honest, I didn't like it the same. It just wasn't. I don't know, dude. It was just weird. It was just weird, especially since we're used to the Doug Bradley Hellraisers. So, you know. But yeah, guys. I mean, I think that's gonna be pretty much it, man, for tonight's live stream. Been on here for quite some time now. Pretty cool, man. It was great chopping it up. I know my last live stream. I think we were on there for like 3 hours. Uh, but it was dope, man. It was dope chopping it up, man. Like I said, I haven't been live in a while on the weekends. So I decided, man, take my time today, show you guys some of those new scores. Like I said, definitely recommend checking some of those movies out. Definitely will be checking out some of those movies that you guys also recommended me. So yeah, man. I mean, I want to appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Um, definitely gonna be watching a movie, probably Jacob's Ladder. That's the one that's calling my name right now. But yeah, man. I mean, probably tomorrow I might do a big grocery shopping. I'll see what I can, I'll see like where I'll see what other things, what other films in particular I could come across, man. If I do get the chance to you know, to hunt for some more. So yeah, man, definitely will keep you guys updated. Like I said, my next video will be the top 10 horror movies from the 1980s. I did a top 10 70s. Go check that out. And yeah, eventually we're gonna get the 80s out of the way, then 90s, and 2000s. So yeah, from here on out, it's gonna get more interesting. Uh, Especially 80s, golden era of horror. And after that, man, I'll give you guys a mask unboxing, and definitely will continue with my progress on some of these cosplays I'm working on. Can't wait for you guys to check out. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what you guys should definitely look forward to in the next couple of days. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's all good though. It's all good, man. Like I said, I'm just at the house, and yeah, man. I mean, it's great. It's great. Like time flies. Like time doesn't feel like 3 hours, you know. But it's all to the good, man. Great chopping it up. Yeah, it's always awesome, man. Definitely always awesome, man. Chopping it up, man. It's great to have you guys on here. Like I said, it just makes the night more smoothly for me. Makes the night easier, better, you know. So yeah, man, it's always great. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, man. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully, get to see you guys, man. If not Monday, if not Tuesday, sometime during the week. You know, at least one live a week. You know, like I said, it's been a while since I've done one in the weekend, so I decided to tackle one today. So yeah, man, much love to all of you guys. Appreciate you guys. Great conversations, man. Um, Great talk like always. Appreciate the recommendations. It was great. You know, we were able to relate and talk about some of these new scores, man. So peace out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Take it easy. Have a good one. It's the Michael Myers signing out.